Did you know you can get 5 magic healing or 8 magic healing with the ceremonial staff in under 25 lobbies? Obviously, most people won't actually use the ceremonial staff, but as you can see in this comparison, even the difference between 1 magic healing and 5 magic healing results in almost 13 extra health from a single Curse of Pain. Obviously, the extra magic healing is amazing for bossing and keeps you healed up the entire time, but it's also very useful in PvP. If you can get a couple of curses off before the fight starts, then you will be healing for a majority of the fight, and even when you're hit with poison weapon or ticking down, you're still healing. First things first, I wanted to mention Curse Mastery. If you're gonna run magic healing in under 25s, then it makes sense to use Curse Mastery, which basically gives you 30% more healing as your curses last 30% longer. This does not affect damage, so if you do this to a player, it won't do extra damage to them, but it would still heal you for 30% longer than if you weren't using Curse Mastery. For the other 3 perks, obviously Torture Mastery and Vampirism, that's just to give us even more magic healing. And then I personally like to use Anti-Magic, just gives us a ton of magic resistance against sorcerers and wizards. And the first thing you might notice is I have no knowledge gear on. And that's totally fine, because believe it or not, we don't need any knowledge gear to cast the spells that we're looking for. And this is because we use Curse of Weakness instead of Flamewalker. If you did want to use Flamewalker, you would need more knowledge, but it is not necessary in this build. And Curse of Weakness is actually crazy in under 25s. It reduces all attributes by 25%. So if you cast this on a wizard or a warlock, you can oftentimes reduce their ability to even cast spells. For instance, if somebody casts Curse of Weakness on me, for 10 whole seconds, I couldn't use Bolt of Darkness or Curse of Weakness or Hellfire. It would take all 3 of these away. So the one item that you're looking for is an Occultist Hood. And you might say, oh, why would I spend the $90 to get an Occultist Hood every single game just for that extra magic healing? But the truth of the matter is, almost every single time, if you are to lose it, you can just get it back in the Goblin Merchant, as you can see here, as most people don't think it's worth it to pick up because they only sell for 70 or 80. If you're really worried about somebody taking it and you don't want to keep wasting money every game, just grab an uncommon one. They're the same price to buy, but they will not be taken by others, almost guaranteed, because nobody really wants a green. You know what I mean? So it's always a safe bet to grab that and head in. And yes, your gear score is under 25 with a blue hood. The reason I don't wear a shirt is for the move speed. If you wanted, you could throw on an adventure tunic or something of the sort, and that would give you the move speed you need. And you could also throw on additional move speed boots, like blue Lightfoots, instead of this hat, but I much prefer this hood just for the magic healing. I think the difference between magic healing and not magic healing is absolutely ridiculous. And I know a lot of people are going to say it's noob behavior to min-max like this in under 25s, especially if you're just bossing. But to me, the fact that a default Warlock has no magic healing and the Squire kit doesn't offer any better alternatives to give us any magic healing, it means like it's almost necessary just to get into the game and feel like you actually do anything. Without that magic healing, it just feels so weak when you're healing, and it doesn't feel worth it. I know, I'm pathetic. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it as always. And if you want to see more dark and darker content, go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. Thanks again, and peace.